All right, I put this little piece of vinyl tape here to see if I can get it to show, because what it is this part, you'll see in a second, it shows up to the vent, but this part's the part that's hitting the most, which is right in this section of the hood. If you look at the stock hood over there, let me see if I can zoom in real quick. Right in that area, that section is where the stock hood is actually shorter. So it would clear this box, because it has no issue with the box period. With the stock hood, your all's vent has too much of a side area here. This would need to be kind of brought down somehow and thinned down to pretty much match this bottom portion right there. It needs to come up and continue around in some way or another, because what it's doing is it's hitting, see if I can keep the view here, it's hitting right on that. There we go. Push that down so you can see where it's hitting at. Bring it up. So it's hitting right on this area right here. Right on that area right there. So pretty much that whole indentation, let me get this out of the way so I can show you. This whole section right here, where this bump comes down, this drop to here and up to right here, about right here, is in the way. Like so, over to this side. If you measure down, this is about 1.5 inches too long from the edge of the hood, from the stock. So what you'll do is, take a tape here and I'm gonna show you. You can see here, the stock hood actually has this round indentation here, which is probably part of the help of the overall. But if you measure from where you all matched up on this, it's out 3 inches. 3 inches to that, where it starts to drop down. Here, as you can see, I get the measurement down here. Here, as you can see, from that same indentation in the center of it, it's over 5 inches before it drops. That's 2.5 inches roughly more distance on your hood, which will hit everything in this area. And the airbox ends up coming like right here. So that section needs to be, pretty much this section right here needs to be brought up to about 2.5, 3 inches from this indentation here that the original hood has from the factory, right up to here. So I'd say this cut out here and down, and all that made flat. And if you have to do it on both sides to make it look even, that would be good too. But if not, I think people would understand that that side has an indentation. I don't understand why your all's people didn't just match up the stock hood. That way you have no issues in the future at all concerning it. Because if you look at it, that whole indentation right here with this round part and all of this is in the same area, and that's where the stock airbox sits. But of course it sits right around this area and it doesn't go as far forwards. But all aftermarket, you can see the line right here where the PRL follows. See that little line right there is where my actual seals to the hood. So really, you could use the PRL just fine on your hood if you just cut that back to that 3.5 inch mark right here. You shouldn't have to touch anything else over here, but all this right here would have to be level. So that means anything from where the stock hood was on this portion right here, or sorry, this portion would have to stay this way. So it'd have to stay this level all the way over to like right here and up until you hit, so pretty much this right here, if you went straight over even. The only other next issue up is, what you'll see in a minute, is the fact that, excuse the videos here, I'm doing this one-handed, that when it comes down, even if it shuts, you've got the intake and all intakes, not just PRL, all of them follow the same route. You've got the rubber piece right here that comes over to here. So you really want to make maybe that rain shield like a 2-piece, or include an extra rain shield with it that people want to take it off, so you can still leave this section right here covered. Otherwise, that heat shield would have to be cut out, you know, and never be a full rain shield. But this will also be open, and that leaves this open to the weather, the rain going straight into the filter, sucking water into the engine. So that's also going to cause you another issue. Considering that 90% of the people that have these cars are going to be doing like I am and upgrading their intakes, kind of lets you know that that's going to be something that you're probably going to want to update. If you need anything else, let me know. Measurements, photos, etc. I'm going to go ahead and put my stock intake back on right now, because I'd like to have this hood left on the car for fitment, you know, and photographs and for reviews. The hood itself, I have to admit, is a little heavy. It's a lot heavier than the stock hood, which is a little disappointing, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so let me know what you need from me. Appreciate it.